Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Same clothes, baby, but tomorrow I'll look fresh to death. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here on this stream. We're going to break it down for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I was going to go longer, but it's the beginning of the show, and it just may not go so well. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We're going to get back into the music, back into the pumping. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. We appreciate you, we love you, and we hope you're doing well. Yeah, not much I can say. I hope you're having a good drink. I'm drinking a Spinny non-alcoholic beverage, just to make it clear. And shout out to all my beautiful souls. I love each and every one of you for being here, and thank you so much for jumping on in and being absolutely amazing tonight on the live. So we talked this morning. You were with me this morning, and I didn't leave you hanging on a Sunday just because it was Sunday. There was still money to be made. You could pay the bills here. And I talked about entering a short. And this little flag here that was going to roll over to the downside, we rolled over, and we did dump. We attempt to make some type of double bottom here for Bitcoin off the key level of 81,500. And, it is a support zone that we would likely see some type of bounce there, even psychologically, even if you weren't into technical analysis. So we will look at that closely. We'll see what that brings as I mess with this Rode pod mic. Shout out to everybody here. Travel with the pod. Do what you got to do. Shout out to all the people that are awesome. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're so happy that you're here with us, having a good time, hanging out with the lifer. So we talked about this entry, and you are in the money. It's not amazing. It's Sunday. There's low volume, but you got a dumpage. I said I would only long if the 15-minute had broken above the 200 MA, made a charge, and then decided to come back to retest the 21-day moving average. That would be where I would long to the upside. If I don't get that, I do not long. I've been here too long. I've studied it for too much. It is what it is. If you want to learn my strategies, my tips and tricks, next Saturday, I teach class the last Saturday of every month, but this will be the first Saturday of the month because I had to fly this weekend. But this coming Saturday, April 5th, jump on into class, hit the QR code to find out more. I can't wait to see you in class. I give you what people are, charging $2 to $3 grand for. Believe me, I paid $2 to $3 grand for a course that I'm going to give you for $150. I'm going to give you a PowerPoint to take home. I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to get you going and ready to rip and, trade in a way you've never thought possible if you kick it with me. So if that excites you, if you believe that you've got what it takes to hang with the lifer and stay focused and disciplined, which I know you do, to become your best version of yourself, then jump on into that class and change your life. Everyone that takes that class, I've seen testimony after testimonial, they say it changed their life forever, man. And I truly believe that. That's why I teach the class. I wouldn't teach it if I didn't think it would change lives. God bless each and every one of you. And if you want to learn more, go to cryptolifer.com. That's going to be at the top of the pinned comment right there, cryptolifer.com, if you'd like to jump on in. All right? Blessings on blessings for everybody out there. Okay, so we gave a short this morning. The short paid. It looks like there may be some more downside on the short here for BTC. And we're going to take a look at that weekly closing. But, I mean, that looks like it could be beginning to form a descending triangle further to the downside. The daily didn't look good, too. The bigger time frame suggested a move to the downside for Bitcoin. We take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP shows us where the liquidity is going and hiding, and you can see all the longs that jumped on in. No shorts to liquidate, all longs to liquidate. Says we're going down to 80,400 for BTC. So Bitcoin does not look amazing. 80,400 looks like it's a very likely scenario for Bitcoin. BOOKMAP's been spot on. Every time we've had more liquidity, we've gone there to the upside, to the downside, and this is telling us there's a high probability we're going to liquidate the longs to the downside. So look for this to create a descending triangle that'll eventually dump us further to the downside. You can see we'll just get tighter and tighter before this thing rolls over. This is kind of what you're looking for in this pattern. And then that thing could dump all the way down to about 80,790 for BTC. So that's what I'm watching for Bitcoin. We're going to delete everything again and get us back. But if you're in the short, you're still in the paid short, baby. I gave the week short too inside of the head short, which is still in the money from Thursday morning at Thursday or Friday morning at 8 in the morning. I have to go back to the tape to see the exact moment and go back to it. But I know it was 8 in the morning when I let it off. So let's go to our weekly close. Let's take a look at what happened today on our weekly and have some fun here. Let's take a look at what's going on with BTC. It hasn't been too fun for the bulls. There's been good money to be made. Either way, though, there's been bear money to be had, which is just as good as bull money. Don't be afraid. There's money out here to be had. If you believe the other opportunity, we can find it together. We just have to stay focused and disciplined every single day. Let's take a look at the weekly and see what's happening. I'm going to double click on this, and we're just going to look at our weekly candle all by itself here in entirety and take it in. All right. So the candle opened at 86,082 cents and $82.50. So 86,082 and 50 cents. It opened nice. Things started to look okay. We had a double bottom possibly. We started to move up. We went to a high of 88,765. Boom, boom, boom. We wicked so high on that wick. It was awesome. We were flying. We were well above this. It was green, green, green. Everything was showing signs of continuation. We had got above this high volume node. The gap was calling our name all the way up to 96,000. It was looking amazing, all right? But no. The low would go to 81,565. We would run back up to 82,389 and 99 cents, down $3,692.51 on 4.2% on the move to the downside. What a nasty bearish engulfing candle. You can put the green candle inside of that candle. We're already starting our next week bearish. To me, this is a lower high. It tells me that the market is about to make a lower low, and we may have some more downside here to be had. You know what I mean? I don't know. But it looks like we may have some more downside here to be had. Something like this here, you know, we close the gap, we come back. There's a big gap of liquidity down here, too, to 67,359. Do we get the bounce? Rejection? Only time will tell. You know, another bear flag would likely follow like this. And honestly, this could be the beginning of a multi-year bear market. Like, it could be. It could be. I'm still strong on the fact that we're in an uptrend because we're in an uptrend. But at the same time, I mean, the bulls have not showed up. Like, we needed that to continue. If hidden bullish divergence gets negated here, it was kind of like, it was a beautiful scenario for a bounce. Now, there's a chance we could still bounce this week and change the whole story. And that just becomes a higher low on the weekly. But it's starting to look more and more sketchy. The idea is this is hidden bullish. You have an RSI moving down while price is moving up. You have oversold stochastics. And this thing wants to move further to the upside off of that. Bounce on the 618 golden pocket on those two wicks. But man, there's a lot of liquidity down here. And I got to be honest, it looks like they're going to go and grab it. Possibly before I zoom back. You know what I mean? They're going to eventually move this puppy back. What goes down must come up. It's only a matter of time. But just like this one. But they're going to take their time. Remember, this took 200 days. This one might take 200 days. So they're going to bleed you out before you could, you know, the markets can make you irrational more than you can hang in them. Like, you know, you have to just walk away and not care about the money. That's the only way. And you're like, well, what do you mean? How can you make money and not care about it? I can't explain that, but that's how I figured it out. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. So if you get a bounce here, you get this ascending triangle that could, you know, propel you further to the upside. Possibly send you all the way to $149,000 for BTC. We're going to take a look at the S&P too. CME gap, see what's happening for Bitcoin. But right now, I mean, it's looking bearish. It's not looking great. This would be the scenario. We would somehow have to hold this low and get a bounce this week. I tell you, if we close a red candle this week, I'm going to flip even more bearish, like we're going to drop through this gap likely to 69,000 or 71,131. I mean, I just don't see how we don't come test. So I'm open-minded for the bullishness. I'll take it if it comes. But man, the bulls got to show us something. Trendline rejection by the 3-day. And still inside the, broadening falling wedge, which is a bullish sign that you could break out to the upside, take you right back to the all-time high. Low, high, it could make a higher low. So what we're going to watch for in the next 2 to 3 days, this candle will close in 23 hours tomorrow night. It's got to make another candle right next to it that creates a tweezer bottom. Like, if this continues to dump and takes out this low, then we got to take it for what it is. There's still a chance this is like a kind of a sloppy shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we could still get a move here to the upside. There's still a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. 1 in a million, right? There is still a slight chance we could be getting it. But man, major resistance at 87,500 that Bitcoin just got totally mollywopped by and said, no, thou shalt not pass go. Thou shalt not collect $200. No for you. No sushi. No soup for you. No sushi in the back house. I don't know what I'm saying over there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you. The big bloody white bear, he understands that you can't have a permanent bias while trading. It's a game of chess, and the opponent has played a different move than expected. So we must adjust. 100%. Shout out to Mr. Butters. The markets can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent, is the saying. 100%. They won't get my cash. No way, no how. Wow. April is usually the second best Bitcoin month of the year traditionally. That's what they say traditionally, right? So look, I see an M pattern, right? I see an M. If you take the measured move of the M, it gives you this centered move. And that says you're going somewhere down to $71,000 for Bitcoin. We got the head shorts open. You could take profits if you want. You're in the money now. That was at $85,000. Your $3,000 move on Bitcoin. Since I gave you the short with the stop loss and everything, absolutely beautiful. You'd say, no, you didn't, Lifer. I'd say, okay, let's go to the tape. Let's go to the tape. Let's run it, and let's find it. I could just type in the word head short. Right? Unedited. Pretty sure it'll find it here. At this point, a head short should be opened in case we free fall from here on the daily, because we can. All right? That's at 85,199. Stop loss at 88,750. You're in the money now. You can move the stop loss to break even at this point on the trade. All right? All you had to do was listen to the Lifer's education, and you'd be in the money right now. And there we go, breaking 82,000, Bitcoin dumping. And so what I looked at on the daily was we had made a bear flag. And the bear flag is now breaking to the downside in free fall. And so we put you in there, 82, I put my education said, hey, 85.1. Even before that, if you caught the top. But I like to wait it out a little bit more, a little cautious. And that says you're going to come and head at least down to 78,545. And then, gosh, right there, 72,750. So the measured move is the length of the base of the pole, and Bitcoin's been dumping. And again, if you didn't get in there, I gave you a trade earlier today that's in the money now, continuing to dump to the downside. We're going to get to that in a second. Look, this kind of has head and shoulder vibes. You could say that it just broke a neckline. That could dump to the downside on you. Having that vision, that lifer vision, being able to print money any single day of the week, long or short, short or long, is the key. I can give you the vision. Do you want it? It's up to you. So I see a shoulder ahead, a right shoulder. I see a rollover moment here for Bitcoin. And this looks like a head and shoulder pattern. And I'm telling you, it's got some descending triangle feels to it that mainly want to dump further to the downside for Bitcoin. This puppy got to bounce. I joined the 99 to learn how to properly short when the time was correct. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. God bless you, man. Yeah. Hey, Michael Saylor, is there a how might you buy more Bitcoin? Yeah. Believe it or not, I like it. Let her dump till non-farm Friday. Amen. God bless you, master friend. God bless you, brother. So this is headed further down, somewhere to about 79,579. Mr. Butters, I need not have to repeat myself to people that don't have the know-how to understand, my friend. Don't worry, don't waste your breath. I didn't even see it, and I probably won't. It's not worth my time, and it's not worth yours. You're a good man, though. I see what you're doing. You're just representing, showing the way. I got you. You're a good person. You don't want to let it hang. Understood. I see this dumping down to 79,500 for Bitcoin. BOOKMAP suggesting that we go lower as well with the liquidity all the way down to 80K. Pretty dang close to 79,000, don't you think? So this looks like dumpage is coming unless we get some type of awesome double bottom here to save the day. The second a candle closes down here, it's a wrap. And it already looks pretty bearish to me. I want to look at the moving averages on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see once we lost the 1 hour 200 MA, it was a wrap. And we made that double top right there. I gave this M to the trading group. The night I saw it, I said, Bitcoin's looking bearish. I said, your measured move is the length of the M down to like right there. That trade's still open. If you took that trade, like, anyway, pick a random, exactly. Like Solana to $80 possibly. I know people don't believe me, but I mean, look, this dump is coming right now. Look at this. They're about to dump this thing. I see Bitcoin headed down to 79.5 in the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours, 5 to 6 possibly. Yes, hey Sam, did you hang out with the guy at the island? I did. Is that the real Michael Saylor? Michael, I met you a bunch of times. God bless you. I hope everything's going well, Mike. So nice to see you here on the stream. I've streamed more than any other YouTuber for Bitcoin, man. You should buy me a mansion, bro, on the water in Miami, just so I could visit you once a week and tell you about all the things I said about Bitcoin every day. Seriously, Michael, let's do this. Let's get these transactions started. No, but 81,747 for Bitcoin. No, I did meet up. We had a good time. It was amazing. But yeah, I see downside for BTC. A lot more downside. Shout out to Canelo. He said, yes, he did. God bless you, brother. We had a good time. Honestly, he shared his life story with me. I feel like I shared my life story with him. And it was such a beautiful moment. And me and my sister, wow, man. Thank you, Canelo. Robert, man. We had a good time, brother. This guy's an interesting dude. He knows a lot of interesting people. Yeah, he really does. The lifers are interesting people that get around the world, man. I'm telling you. And he's got a plan for a farm. He's on his way. He's going to change the world. I know it. He will be remembered, man. He will be remembered. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the awesome day I had today. It was a blessing to hang out with you. You taught me so much about life. And it really, really, really was humbling. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah. No, here on Martha's Vineyard, man. That's the real deal, man. Not trying to put down Hyannis, but, you know, it is what it is, right? Martha's Vineyard ain't Hyannis. Michael Saylor, are you sweating with all that 100K Bitcoin? Nah, he don't care, man. I remain bullish on Bitcoin like usual. I bet that, is that the real Michael Saylor? I bet it is, man. Is that you, Michael? I bet it is. I bet it's Mike. Is that the real Mike? There it is. It's him right there. Look at it. He's got no subscribers. He joined in August. Not a video out there. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, Bitcoin looks bearish as heck. I see a head and shoulder pattern coming to the downside. So I would stay in the shorts. No reason to get long here for Bitcoin. More dumpy for BTC. And there she goes, starting to break 82 and now already at 81,697. and breaking out of that trend line, about to dump on us to the downside. So it definitely looks like we're going to get a bit of a dump here for Bitcoin. Doesn't look absolutely amazing, to say the least. No pants, just shorts. Nah, it's too cold for shorts, man. I'll tell you right now, it is freezing cold. Here in the Bean, in Boston, it's cold business. Even like, you know, it's no fun, man. Let's take a look at coin market cap and see what's happening to coin market cap. And we're going to take a look here in the 1 hour time frame. EOS up 2%, Pepe up 0.3%, nothing really crazy. In the last week, just complete demolishment of the altcoins yet again. You know, there's a few out there that were holding their gains, actually. There's a few things worth playing, but not tonight, right? I do miss Sarasota already. I really do. It's such a beautiful place to live. When you're not there, it feels weird. It's different than leaving any other place. Like, you're like, wow, man, I'm missing. There's so much going on there in Sarasota. So much vibrant vibes out there. Amen. Yeah, and there's blood on these streets, everybody. There is blood on these streets for Bitcoin. And there's 81,620. Bitcoin is collapsing faster than fast. And we told you this thing was going to dump. Gave you the bear flag earlier today. You're still in the money on Bitcoin about 8 hours later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Somewhere right around there. 10 o'clock, 8 hours ago, 10 hours ago even. Yeah, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 9, 10 hours ago. Right around there was the entry at 82.9, right? So you're already in the money. This guy says, new 99er here. The group is awesome and well worth the money, Sammy. What's the bearish news incoming? I missed it. No bearish news, just bearish, just the charts. I'm not a news guy, man. I'm just showing you what the charts are saying. Yeah. One must love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and live in a life of service to others, loving them as you love yourself to get to heaven. Amen. Shout out to God is love. We love you, man. Thank you. Get arrested Edgartown 15 years ago for being a Yankee fan on the wrong bar. The Yankees swept the Sox in a 5-game series and didn't like my... Hey, it is what it is, man. Sounds like you like to get yourself in trouble over there, you loudmouth New Yorker. Hey. I love you. Props to Sarasota, chilling in Englewood, listening. Amen. God bless you, brother. Have you ever seen a sell-off like this ever? Many, many times in my life. We went from 69 all the way to 15,000. Yeah. And this is Bear City. This is a direct attack. Bitcoin is something manipulated, some type of sell-off for sure. I mean, they doubled. It was a double top, though. Like, double tops traditionally dump, especially on the massive time frame, for sure. This is tough. It's not easy trading. Like, you got to just short it, long it, take what the market gives you. Earlier today, we could clearly see there was a short coming. It's time to short the market. That's what we did. Everyone on the week's competition should be shorting. Last night we did long, but we took our money, then we went back into the short. So if you're in the week's competition, you should be in the money. Our whole entire gang should be winning here. Now it's stop loss to break even and start making these positive P&Ls. Do not make these losing trades. If you're going to be on my team, please trade the proper way. All right? And there's also the pricing of tariffs, I think a little bit, or the fear of tariffs, which aren't even needed to be feared. I think there could be something happening, then we could spring. I'm open-minded. I know that Bitcoin in the long run is the answer. No matter what happens right here and now, 10 years from now, they're going to continue to print money like they have. It's going to lose its value exponentially. And that's been showing to be true day in and day out, time after time. So it is what it is. If I don't get exactly what I want today, it doesn't mean it's not going the way I've planned it for the next 10 to 20 years. So it is what it is. Shout out to Christian Mejia. We love you, man. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Butter. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Inflicted. Shout out to KD Dampster. Shout out to Vegas Claw. Still Nasty and Jack Trend. And let's kind of skip on in here. See, look at that head and shoulder dumping to the downside. Another beautiful call. If you're on the channel this morning, you got the call. Now you're getting the call for free. I don't hold back. I'm a nice guy. Holding it down for each and every one of you every single time. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Rave Sound Records. Lead the charge, my friend. Okay. Let's take a look at ES1 S&P futures here. Massive sell-off. You can see, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. The sell-off, the rising wedge going into the falling wedge, right? It didn't take out this low yet. It could get a bounce, but right now it's looking like it's going to dump the bear flag to the downside here. You see? Can even take away this, but this is a bear flag. It could double bottom at 5,500, but the target is 55,185. We did lose the Tutoring on the daily. We got right back above it, making it look like we were going to break out. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, no way. And that kind of got crushed. Some hidden bullish divergence that may get negated if we crush through this line right here for the S&P futures. So is this the end of a massive rally? Or is this just another pullback like we've seen in the past? If they continue to print money, I don't know how they can stop this thing from going up. It doesn't make any sense. Talks of inflation increasing. How is the market dumping? The NASDAQ has broken the low, though. That says it's cooked. And so that bear flag suggesting it's headed down to the target at 17,684. So it looks like there's going to be a nasty dump here in the NASDAQ. Below the 200 rejection of the 200. I got to tell you, that looks bearish. So, Solana looks bearish. Bitcoin looks bearish. The NASDAQ looks bearish. Let's look at the DXY. Even the DXY was looking bearish. So the dollar's dumping with Bitcoin, which is crazy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's not supposed to happen. But the dollar's dumping. And in a recession, everything dumps, man. The dollar dumps. Real estate even goes down a bit. It'll bounce back quicker. And so I'm seeing some signs here that there's blood of the streets. I mean, the DXY could dump with the NASDAQ. It's not a good sign at all. Shout out to the subscribers of the channel. Thank you for jumping on in. We got to get to 100,000 subscribers, and we're on our way. Dear Lord, thank you for the 93,400 people that you did send my way, maybe 90,600. I'm so grateful for every single person that ever hit that subscriber button on my way to 100K. They're going to make it hard, though, man. We were ripping when the market did well, and we slowed down a lot with, the way the market's been. So it's just been a hardcore chase for me. Maybe 2,000 subscribers a month. That's going to take another 3 months. June or July at this point. April, May, and June. Maybe even September. I don't know when it's going to happen. It looked like it was going to happen closer, but I got to just keep my head down and keep grinding. Be happy with what I've made in the past, what I've done in the past, how far we've gone, and go from there. How many different trades we've hit and all the ups and downs. And just keep pushing every single day. This is becoming one of the hardest times to continue to be consistent. I'm being honest, it's been tough. The way the market has just been beating us up day in and day out has been tough. But we've made gains. Actually, this was a great day. I made gains, positive P&L for the month of March, futures trading. So there was a lot of money to be had. We hit a lot of gains in the month of March. Let us make more gains in the month of April. Keep our head on tight and not get too overly bearish, not get too overly bullish. Just each day, take it one step at a time. But we did call this short for you. This thing is dumping to the downside. Hardcore, hard body. Just, it is what it is, right? And we showed you that head and shoulder pattern there that is dumping to the downside now absolutely beautifully. Exactly like it should. Bit of bullish divergence. Could we get the bounce? Anything is possible for Bitcoin, but it's about scalping, taking the gains. Just keep, if this drops a little more, then the stop. But right now, I'd even raise the stop right there. Now you can barely lose. It's a 21-1. If you got from where you started, 81,478, about to lose 81.5 and stay below it. 1 minute's attempting somewhat of a strange little bounce there, but not with a lot of support. I'd stay short throughout the night, and we'll reassess in the morning. But I would stay short throughout the night. That's like, strong. Shout out to Justice Films, donated. Thank you so much for the super chat. May God bless you. And let's take a look at those super chats and what people are saying out there in the chat. Love you, Sammy. Keep growing. Can you take a peek at XRP? We'll take a look at XRP. Shout out to Justin Palms. And let's take a look at the fan funding here and see what happened. So it's just Justin. Thank you so much, Justin. Let's take a look at XRPZ and see what's happening to XRP. The DXY also wanting to dump to the downside. So no love out here. Everyone keeps telling you to hold on. Something big is coming. It's Trump in office, but it's the biggest regulation ever. How could you sell now? That is a symmetrical triangle. They mainly dump to the downside. That thing did dump. Extend the trend line. Could have broken out, though. We wanted to see it, right? But it is a symmetrical. Move that trend line again, because we were just seeing what would be the measured move if it did break out of the flag, right? It does lower it a bit, somewhere to about $5.05. So everything looks like it's collapsing. Either we get a crazy move back up, and this is our last higher low before some type of pump, or this is going to come down to the daily Tutor to May there. To me, I see more downside. The blood has been set. Kind of an M pattern that may dump somewhere down to about 155. If Bitcoin continues to go down, XRP is going to follow it, and everybody's going to sell off everything. So just be careful. Be careful. Buying the dip and saying that's awesome. I stopped buying the dip, remember, like a long, long time ago. I was like, I don't feel comfortable buying the dip anymore. I bought SWI at 220, right? A little bit of ONDO like about 3 to 4 weeks ago. That was it. That was the only things you could even get me to even consider buying in this insane market. Don't put your money in markets when the capital is not amazing. Wait for better conditions. But I mean, this measured move of the bear flag says you're going lower. This is mass capitulation. 96,000 at least, somewhere down to 107. This is insanity for Bitcoin. Nothing, Justice Palms, nothing or to say, love you. God bless you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so another bloodbath for these altcoins. They can't get any relief here. There's just no reason to be speculating on the highest, most volatile asset in the world, right? So, and they're making you feel the pain for even looking at them. It's kind of crazy. We had a little bit of movement in the RWA space. Props was looking nice. Like it may be going to move there. Look, it did not. It lost the trend line. If it had stayed tight, ready to rock, but it did not do that. Crazy. It doesn't matter, the coin. I mean, this one's kind of in a cup and handle, trying to hold on to that low. Could Bitcoin get the bounce here off of the bullish divvy? I mean, there's always a chance for Bitcoin, but no guarantees at all. I'm not in love with what I'm seeing here. If anything, I would just continue to be bearish. Continue to flag out bear flags and see how they perform further to the downside. Target there is 80,422 for Bitcoin. Again, I wish I could come out and just give you the bullish news since we're always going to the upside, but we got to learn how to long and short the market no matter what the market gives us. These are crucial times to be alive here in Bitcoin land. Shout out to the 1,279 beautiful souls here on the live. 370 likes, $14 in chat revenue. Dear Lord, thank you so much for people that give $14. They do not have to, but they do. That is a blessing. And thank you for everyone that's on the channel. I'm grateful for everything that I do have. I focus on what I have. Today was a great day. I had good food, good meals. My sister came and surprised me. It's been a blessing. We got a Jeep Wrangler. We had fun. It's been a great day. May God continue to bless us, and may everything go well tomorrow. It's not over yet. Got to get them keys. But thank you, dear Lord, for everything that you've given me and all the time. And all the beautiful people that have dedicated their time for me in my life, man. So many nice people in the world, really. All you people that come to the stream, all the people that show up every single day, no matter what, tirelessly to the live. So Life for Man, hey, Billy, bullish divergence in the 1 hour time frame. What do you think? I mean, there's a chance that bullish divvy could bounce. I don't see heavy bullish divvy, though. Let's take a look. I mean, I saw the head and shoulder and we dumped, right? It's really, I mean, bullish divergence is only as good as like the, you know, like you could say it's that. Yeah, but I don't really see it there. I see this is the last, these two, and they go down together. I don't see bullish divergence yet. I really don't. It's going to take its time. Like, we got to get down. To get bullish divergence, the RSI has to come down, come back up, something like this. And look, the last time we had a strong bullish divvy was here. We had a really nice move up with a move down, and it just wasn't, you know, it. See, here's what I've learned now is you'll make a divergence. So you'll come and make the low, come up, make the lower low, and then if you don't, you gotta, and then, you know, you bump off the divergence, you pump up. You've got to break the first part of the divergence. If you can't do that, then you're a wrap. And you can see here, if you go back in time, we had the divergence, swing down and swing down. We got the bounce, but look, we never broke this high. We never broke this high here. Even that support region was not breached. Rejection. That's a place you're going to see the rejection many times right there instead of the uptrend. So it makes sense, you know, more bearish than bullish here for Bitcoin. And how the small time frames are making bear flags in my humble opinion. And it starts creating that, you know, negative mindset for some people. We got to learn that there's positivity in every place in the world. Bitcoin's still 80,000. There's still opportunity out here if you have a long-term perspective. All right. Do you think Doge to 5 cents hurt Hyannis was nicer in the 60s? It probably was, but it's not the 60s anymore. So what does it matter? Hopefully Swooey got below $1. I'll 5X it again. Hey, there you go. There you go. There's opportunity out here. You just got to stay focused, my friends. And it's not going to happen overnight. It may take 2 years. It may take 3 years now. Now they're going to try our patience and find out how bad we really want to get out of the rat race and change our lives. So, thanks for the education. Shout out to Still Nasty. If you're going to get worse to be, I'm going to be out for tax purposes soon also. Yep. Miami Ultra Music Fest going hard. Yeah, people usually do that in December, man. Yeah, so I don't think so, but hey. Colton Pocket for the 10. Yeah, exactly. That's what I keep seeing. But it hasn't hold true yet, so we'll see. We'll see. But we got to stay patient. Right now, it is continuing to short. We want to win. We will win the P&L here on this week's competition. Sign up to weeks today. If you want to trade with my team, hit the link right there to jump on in. Also, BITUNIX is hooking us up. If you deposit money, you get some money back. So check that out on my BITUNIX link right there. And find out more today. Okay, I'm tired of trading on. Yeah, I don't like Robinhood at all. Yeah. So I mean, there's a little bit of a bounce here for Bitcoin right now on the 1 minute time frame, a little bit, but there's a little bit of hope. Like it's like, you know, that divergence starts to swing, that starts a little more down. That could bounce from there. You know, it's like a Class C bullish divergence. That's vertical. That's more flat. They're both downward, but that one's way more down than that. It's a Class C divergence. See, what people don't realize is divergence doesn't have to be just the exact science line there. It's the collection of a few different ideas, and it varies as you play with it. You get better with the variations if you stick with it over time. All right? But only if you stick with it. The second you give up on that deep meditation, you know, detailed style, you can lose it again. You got to stay inside the pocket of focus and discipline to remain there, all right? So, beautiful divergence, trying to get the bounce back to the upside. The bear flag negated on that 1 minute time frame. And again, maybe we bounce here. Let's take a look at our bullish scenario. I was a bear the entire time. Let's take a look at the possible bullish scenario for Bitcoin. If I can find one. If I'm a perma bull, what am I looking for here? Well, if I'm a perma bull, I'm saying, you know, that's a shoulder, that's a head, and that's a right shoulder. I'm saying there's your cup and handle, and that's likely going to whip to the upside at one point and, you know, absolutely rip us. Inverted head and shoulder that could break out, getting oversold. We never take this low out. It holds. And lo and behold, we build from here. And that's a higher low. They're just getting you super scared at the nastiest point possible before a bounce back to the upside. There's the Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Very oversold on big time frames. So that's your bullish scenario. There's still a chance. See how I flipped it on you? Now you're like, wait, is he bullish? Is he bearish? What is he now? Right? So crypto is still better off sticking to gold. Oh, crypto is better off sticking to gold. I don't know, man. Sam is getting ready to bounce. Draw a fib of the fall from the lowest point to the highest point. We're at the 618. Yes, we've been saying that too as well. I like to draw from here. And we show this every day in the weekly. It doesn't matter what time frame you're using, really, you know. But that wick right there, you can see we bounced from that wick of moon. We're in the golden pocket right there too as well, right? Have a bad migraine, going to pack it in for the night. Hope you have a beautiful night, Sammy. Always pleasure to be here. To easily get rid of your migraine, just take your hands, push it right here against your temples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your fingers, push them into the eye sockets like so. Push it deep inside the eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then take the thumbs back behind the hand. Rub for the cranium. Look for the space. Press on the space behind as if you're pushing your skull together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Repeat that 3 to 4 times. Your migraine will likely disappear. Ancient Chinese technology, man. I'm telling you. Pressure points. My head feels better already. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Where do you think future trade crypto lever? Mexi. I like Mexi as the least amount of fees. I like Weeks. It's, you know, nice way to trade. And I like BITUNIX. It has some cool features when you can jump in and out quickly with the stop loss that make it fun. And so those are my 3 main exchanges. If you want to hit the links, I have them. It's up to you. Canadian Mexico are not backing down, guys. Doesn't look good, and it doesn't matter, man. You don't think this is all a show? You guys really pay attention to this stuff? I think it's all just to help move the markets, get themselves positions. Whoever plays, even if you think it's economic news, it's news. They're playing games with your heartstrings every single day. Stay away from the nonsense. Listen to Crypto Billy, man. He'd been through it all. Multiple presidents, a lot of ups and downs. He kept forming his plan, his goals, his dreams, his moves, cultivating himself. Don't let the world change make you think it's okay to not cultivate and work on yourself. You see what I'm saying? You want to work on yourself as much as you can. One more chance to exit if you didn't panic. Sell already. Better to choose quality coins that will be here for more than this cycle and stay away from trying to make a quick buck. Think macro. 100%. Yeah. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Let's also take a look at the CME, the Bitcoin CME futures, all right? All right, so we have a gap here that got filled. That happened. But now we got another gap above us, see? Everybody cries about the gaps below us, but what about the gaps above us? So now we got a gap waiting right there. Could we get a higher low bounce? Anything could happen here for Bitcoin, but we do have a gap. Look for the 200 to hold. I mean, we've lost it on the daily. I don't know why it changed. it looks different on this than it does on the futures for whatever reason, but I guess it doesn't really play out on the futures because they have gaps. So the moving averages don't have the right amount of days. So I take it off. But there's a gap in the price action right there, somewhere between $82,009 and $84,000, right? Show them the Dr. Samuel Price full body workout results, Sammy. You want to see that? That's so funny. I don't think they're ready for it, Billy. I don't think they're ready for it. Got my 3% live with Sammy. Bang, bang, bang. I have to download it and get it out. I don't got the time right now for all that, and I can't reveal. Anyway, but I'll get it going probably tomorrow. But thank you. Okay, so let's take a look back here. Now I want to see. Yeah, so your bullet scenario is somehow you're making a cup and handle and you're just going to bounce. This isn't that big of a deal at all. You know, go outside, take a deep breath, and act like it never happened. It's just a lazy Sunday, low liquidity after massive liquidations. We're all right. We'll make it through. We didn't make the higher low yet. Possible double bottom, still inverted head and shoulders, still cup and handle that could bounce to the upside. So, you know, I stay short, of course. Like, there's no reason to change it up. And we'll know what to do and when to long, right? The 1 minute will break above. Like, all the things that we're looking for will occur. We don't have to stress it until then. Look at the bounce back there for Bitcoin. Getting a beautiful bounce back to the upside here for BTC. So you're telling me there's a chance. And remember, Sunday night volatility is heavy duty. This one might just stop you out at break even. I would move the stop to break even at this point to make sure you can't lose the trade. I'd even take profits. Heck, why not? Just pay yourself. There you can. They won't let you move the stop in there, but I would pay myself as fast as I can, you know. Let's see how the flag on the 1 minute created. Yeah, so it went up, you see. A little bit of bullish divvy there did kick in. Just enough. And even the bearish divergence was defied. Interesting. So are we looking at a long? Let me take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Like, is it time to long the market now? Did they liquidate everybody? I usually don't like to trade Sunday night, so pretty sketchy time. I mean, if anything, the bear flag's still intact with a measured move all the way down somewhere to 73,500. That still looks like it's rolling over. Nothing has really changed for me. 4-hour looks like it's got momentum to the downside. So I would just draw this out, something like this. I'd look for Bitcoin to go sideways. And then bearish retest and drop to somewhere down to 78,005, right? Again, if it breaks out, retest 84,000, boom. Could be a nice move to the upside there that could change the way. So let's take a look at the moving averages. Yeah, they're pulled to 21 away, and they're pretty far away. Usually we get a bounce at that point. 1 hour time frames. 1 hour time frame has some bullish divvy. As this is swinging up and that is swinging down, I'll give it to you. That is some bullish divergence there. Swing down, swing up. You could get a bounce here for Bitcoin. It could possibly be an inverted head and shoulder now. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but that looks interesting to me. Ooh. Sorry about that. Slipped up there and hit something quickly. Shout out to the 1,241 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So could Bitcoin make that inverted head and shoulder and bounce back to the upside? There's a chance. So where do I see? I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. Where do I see Bitcoin going? Let me do my final. My final. My final. Absolute finest final. But I mean, it still looks like an M that wants to dump down to the 2-day 200 MA. And when you lose the daily 200 MA, your next stop is going to be the 2-day 200 MA. When you lose the 2-day 200 MA, your next stop will be the 3-day 200 MA. These are all very good possibilities. We're getting very close to previous lows and highs here for Bitcoin that could be revisited on support and resistance. It's only a matter of time. We look at the daily, and that says, yeah, I mean, bear flag, right? Clearly says you're going to go further down. And it's like already set up for it. Possibly somewhere to 74,967. So, I mean, the daily doesn't look good to me, but it's attempting to bounce on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. So what you're looking is this divergence. So you'd say, when do I long, though? Do I just long divergence? I mean, very risky on a Sunday night is to long right here. Like right now. Because you're long in the tip of the divergence. I wouldn't do that. I would wait again for Bitcoin to get back above the 15-minute time frame. If it gets back above the 200 MA on it, if it gets above the 15-minute 200 MA, look for the 21 to cross the 200. Look for it to make a flag. Look for the 21 to come into contact with price action. Stop loss below the 200 MA in case they stomp hunt the flag or whatever they want. You're down here somewhere, and then let that puppy rip. 86,700. This would be the trade that I would be looking for if it presents itself. I would write this down. I would go backwards and listen to what I just said. If you didn't hear me, if it went over your head, I would replay it a bunch of times with the notebook out, because what I'm giving you is absolute gold. You could use it over and over again to make money for the rest of your life. You could print. But again, y'all hear me though. So Bitcoin, there is a chance, major resistance here that has to be broken at 83,471, 83.5 basically. Can we get it? Bullishly retest and bounce, get us back up to this promised land at 87K at this point. So Bitcoin to me is struggling, doesn't look amazing. And the 1 hour kind of says that maybe there's more likelihood that this thing, rolls over at one point. Something like this and dumps. So I would watch it closely, see if that's, bearish retest and drop down to 78K. Otherwise it breaks out. Boom. Like I told you, the 15-minute will crush the 200, will make the flag, and that will give you the confidence to make the trade when most people will have no idea what they're doing and no idea how to execute. They'll get caught in the ups and downs of all this stuff. I have a plan. I'll execute it if I see it. If I don't see it, I don't have to execute it. Right now, because you're below the 200 MA on the 1 hour and the 15 and everything else, you got to stay bearish. So you got to assume we're going to do something like this and roll over. This is the likely scenario. It's a hero move if we break back above the 1 minute and the 5 minute 200 MA, and then break back above the 15-minute 200. Like, that'll be great. There's a chance it happens, but we don't want to bet on it, right? We want to wait for it to happen. If it happens, then we execute. We don't have to do anything until it shows that there's a sign to go after it. Understand? There's no reason to force a trade until the trade forces itself on you. Okay? 1211 people here on the live. 470 likes. Let me get the likes up to the watches. I would greatly appreciate it, dear Lord. Thank you for all the likes that you did send me. 470 beautiful souls that hit that like button is amazing and really helps, push this channel further to the upside. My name is Sam Price. Help me become known around the world as we gain notoriety with this channel. The Crypto Lifers, baby. I love you. Thank you so much. And I delivered a good short today that did pay. It's still sideways price action, but we got a pretty nasty dump down to 81,360 for Bitcoin. Still in the money in the short, and this says we go all the way to 80K. Still liquidity to the downside. Still got a little bar hanging in at 84,000, but it's not a lot to write home about. The majority of the liquidity heads us back down to 80,000 on BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description below. It teaches you and shows you how to trade basically by using liquidity. See what the candlesticks are hiding. Everyone sees just the candlesticks. We see the absolute liquidity of what's happening here for BOOKMAP. So check it out. Get with it. You'll absolutely love it. BOOKMAP with liquidity to the downside here all the way down to $80,000. And that is the BOOKMAP. All right. Bitcoin attempting a little bounce in the last half an hour. I told you my sauce. I told you what I do. I look for it to go sideways in the 1 hour, make the descending and likely dump. At that point, I would put a stop loss somewhere above these like shoulder areas, 82.9, 83K, and let it rip. Maybe even a little lower when we get inside the panel, somewhere at about 82.5, and let it go down to about 78,800 for Bitcoin. So it looks like we're likely going to get that move to the downside, but there's no guarantees at all. All right. 81,800 for Bitcoin, getting a nice bounce to the upside on the smaller time frame. It's looking pretty nice. If you want to just play around, you look for this to flag out with the 21-day moving average. If it flags with the 21, it crosses the 200 MA. We get a bigger move further to the upside, somewhere at about 82,750 for Bitcoin. You know, a bit of a cup and handle move here. That's why they call me Sammy, cup and handy, Samuel cup and handle to the upside. Because I find the cup and handle, I made it my signature. It works, it plays out, it's interesting. You'll find out yourself if you get to know the cup and handle. I will have a new suit and tie on tomorrow. My clothes did come. I finally have a bigger monitor. Everything came. It's nice. I was doing my entire stream on a laptop. I haven't done that since the day before my dad died. The last time I did my stream on just a laptop was at Consensus. My dad died 2 days later. Now, I'm not trying to be sad or morbid. I'm just telling you the truth. The last time I did my stream on my laptop, my dad passed 2 days later. I'm not saying bad things happen when I stream from my laptop. I'm just saying that was the last time I did. That's all. Great things happen all the time to great people. I believe that. I had a great day today. Like, meeting Robert was amazing. One of the most interesting, I consider him a saint. I don't think he realizes it, but he is a saint. Like, I don't know what he did or why he chose this life to be like the way he did it in his, his soul-searching journey. But man, look, that's a cup and handle. We might get a nice punch to the upside here for Bitcoin. Get above the 200 MA. We will punch up likely to 82,750. But man, the stories he shared with me, and again, they're private. I'm not going to tell them. He could tell them if you want to meet him one day. But I will tell you how moving. I may not be able to share what they were, but I will tell you how moving they were. And it was a story I could never have written. I would actually wanted to turn it into a movie, man. Like, I think it was worth making it a movie. Like, we should write it down, bro, and turn it and shoot it and turn it into a movie, man. And give it a happy ending that becomes real with the farm and everything, you know? So, good times to be alive, man. I changed forever today. I changed forever. Robert changed my life forever, man. Thank you, Sam, for all that you do. We appreciate and love you. Have a great, safe travel. Thank you so much. I am traveling, but I'm okay. I leave here again on Tuesday after the stream. We pack up and we head back. All right, we pack up and we head back. The stream has to go from like 10 to 11 on Monday morning. It does have to get cut a little short just so I can make it to my destinations on time and do everything. Shout out to everybody here. So boom. I tell my friends who want to get into crypto that there's no better guy to learn from than the crypto lifer. The only place where there's no nonsense. God bless you. You're truly inspirational. Thank you. Eid Mubarak to all. Eid Mubarak to all beautiful souls around the world that did go 30 days of fasting. Today's your day to feast, to have a blast, to finally really just sit and eat. It's hard to eat a lot, though, when you've been fasting. So, you take it easy. Even though it's a feast day, and for me, it's a day to just rest that stomach. You know what I mean? Super chats for ONDO, XRP, DOGE, and Sol. Let's take a look at those super chats. Thank you so much for people jumping on in and sending us a super chat. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at ONDO. If I could spell USDT at the right time. So ONDO was a vibe for me. I liked where it was going. It looked like it was going to start moving back to the upside again. I've never seen this type of stuff before, where coins just continuously show signs of a move and dump back. Signs of a move and dump back. Signs of a move and dump back. They even got a lot of retail into ONDO over and over again. ONDO's the one. I'm buying more ONDO here. It's like, who are these people, man? You know? And I got a bag of ONDO, and I'm like, man, should I just bail? I bought it mostly around this price here. And now I'm back to break even, man. It doesn't matter how many times I was disciplined. I only bought the bottoms. I waited. It didn't matter. This cycle did not reward the disciplined trader. It's sad, and that's the problem. Like before, it always rewarded the disciplined trader at least. I can't say there's still money to be made, but the altcoins didn't. The altcoins shredded markets. I mean, this is still a higher low after a double bottom. But come on, man. What a sell-off again. Ever since December 17th, we've been selling off. Oh, man. And so, I mean, I could see ONDO easily going back to 55. And if it can go to 55, then heck, it could go to 45. And if it can go to 45, it can bottom back at the bottom at 22. So right now, honestly, I don't know what to tell you. Like a few days ago, I had the 3-day chart looking money. And to me, it looked great. And we were oversold. I said, that's so great. But like now we're getting 2 more red candles, a bearish engulfing candle. Bitcoin looks bearish, and everything, in every coin, you name it, is in the bear flag. And either they're faking this bear flag to get the bears riled up, and they just keep doing this. So that's why I trade the moving averages, everybody. Because they can't fake me out. Like, look, if you front run this flag like I used to, because the Stokes were getting low, the 21 was touching, it looked great. They went after the shorts immediately. They went after anyone who longed that immediately. But if you wait to get above the 200 with the 21, there's just a higher probability you don't get caught up. Yeah. Yeah, Crow has been super bullish recently. Let's take a look at Crow. It's been crazy bullish. You can see Crow starting to form this flag here too. What you want to do is, like, can it maintain? Can it hang? I like to give that a couple more days of sideways price action. Then, technically speaking, I'd say 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Somewhere in this vicinity, it's going to touch the 21, and then boom. The target takes it to 13, and it's very bullish right now. So, hey, at least there's some bullishness in the air. There's something in that could, but it could easily just, Bitcoin dumps, it could dump too. So just be careful. Happy belated St. Patty's Day. Shout out to Peter Echo. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you, Sammy. Blessings, brother. God bless you, man. And someone asked for FARTCOIN. Let's take a look at FARTCOIN. We'll go look at Dex Screener real quick and look at FARTCOIN over here. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. You didn't have to give, but you did. Everybody that gave a super chat, God bless you all. Thank you so much for the love. And let's take a look at Fart. It's crazy it came down to that, right? $429 million market cap. I want to look at it on the daily, and to me, it just has that rounded bottom. It's attempting to pull off a cup and handle. Again, you can see the whole market, as memey or small, it doesn't matter. The whole market vibes off BTC. If Bitcoin's in a bad vibe, the altcoins are done. If Bitcoin starts to rip, the altcoins are done. When Bitcoin rips and then starts to chill, the altcoins start to pump, and that's what, it's funny, right? But that's the scenario that you're always looking for. All right. I mean, that's a cup and handle. You've got some support, too, right down there at 37 cents if you have to come back, and right there. And you're right on. I mean, resistance, bounce, resistance. Hey, it's a gutsy call right now. Highly aggressive to jump on in there. Highly aggressive. This looks like it's headed lower to 55. Let's take a look at XRPZ. And everything's going to be, I mean, that's a head and shoulder pattern right there. I mean, look at it. I got to be honest. I mean, if that doesn't dump, I mean, but I see that as a shoulder, head, shoulder, you know, complex head and shoulder. So it looks like a black swan is coming, everyone. Like, I don't know what is going to happen, but it looks like something weird. They're going to crush every market in the game. The dollar's going to dump. XRP is going to dump. A housing crisis. Something's going on. Something's about to happen. The markets are just, I've never seen so much disarray and just so much bearishness. Like, and the markets don't usually move like this. They go up, they consolidate, they go up, they consolidate, they have a big crash. Then we go bearish, and then we come back up. Like, they don't bearish, come up, bear, come up, bear, come up, bear. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just, but that to me says you're going to dump. It doesn't look good. I could be wrong, but that does not look good to me. All right, let's take a look at Dogecoin. I mean, the same thing. It looks to be rolling over out the bear flag. Like, I don't know what to tell people. Everyone wants me to give them great news. That's a bear flag about to get started. Bitcoin dumps. Everything dumps. I don't know, man. It looks like a black swan is happening tomorrow. Something is going on, man. I don't know if it's setting up, like, or maybe they double bottom here and they just, this is a bear flag and they flip it all tomorrow and I'm just like the biggest bear in the game, but sounds like opportunities. Trump wants to dump. It's deliberate. He's not doing it for a bad reason. No. The major finish in macro cycle. It's been one bull run. Everyone wants great news, but we get the real news. So, I mean, this looks like it's headed lower too. The measured moves for all of these. So either we get a miraculous dump or every coin is going back to like the beginnings of nothing. 9 cents for Doge. All right. And don't let get me started on Solana. We already went over Solana in depth this morning. The same scenario for Solana. They're all in the bear flag. Some below the 200 MA. Some already further below it. I mean, that's got a measured move down. Sold to $71. Sayonara Senorita. 3-day chart lost to 200. 2-day lost to 200. Daily way below the 200. I mean, that's a bear. When you're that below the 200, you are in Bear City. Right there, we did it a little bit for a quick little scalp. I tell you what, this may just be something we've never seen before. I don't know. Can Bitcoin get the bounce like it's suggesting here in the next 2 days? Could we get a bounce? There's a chance. Like, this would be it. This basically would be it. If you have the guts to buy right now, there's a chance you're buying. Now, I already bought Sol below than this, 109. And I've already have a boatload of it, and I didn't panic sell. Not panic selling for me is just like buying right now. It's like, so this is tough. So either this head and shoulder holds, either Bitcoin somehow pulls it off in the next 2-3 days, or we're done. And for most of these coins, we are at the last stages. Like, it's insane. They push us to the limit mentally, all the way. Look at gold in the flag breaking out, and it's headed to $3,200 an ounce, and it's on the way. It is on the way as we speak. Gold continuing to push further to the upside, and the predictions for gold that I made have just been spot on. Flag after flag, move after move, further to the upside for gold. Let it dump. It'll give me more time to buy more Bitcoin, Sol, and SWI. Yeah. Having to start all over would be the dump. I would buy, yeah. And it's like closing on April Fool's Day. It's so crazy, man. ETH barely trying to break out, but attempting to get a bit of a bounce here. Saying like, but man, I mean, you got clobbered. Can ETH bounce back up to the top? And remember, with my tips, tricks, and strategies, you don't have to figure it out. The charts will tell you what's going to happen. I mean, look, you flagged here. There was my strategy right there. Just played out. You flagged out above the 200 as the 21 crossed. Boom. 90% chance you get to execute a scalp at least at the present moment and then get your measured move. That says you can get all the way up to about 1,835. So possibly some movement there too. The altcoin season shakeout. It could be Bitcoin getting that bounce back to the upside. Ain't too shabby here for BTC. Again, I don't like to trade Sunday nights. But look, the cup and handle did blast to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Amazing, right? Stick to my tried and true strategies. They call me Sammy Cup and Handle. Trade the cup and handles. Simple stuff, right? Simple is as simple does. Don't reinvent the wheel, as we say. Bitcoin actually picking up some steam. If you believe we can get a reversal here. I did not panic sell. I buy more Bitcoin. You know what I mean? This is amazing for me. I love it. As a crypto miner and free electric, God bless you, man. I love it. We went to 78K, then back up. So I think this year will be different. With Trump in office, anything is going to be possible. And when I can, I buy a little more BTC. I just got to. And I already bought a lot, but I'll still buy a little more. I'll buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, see? I'm never a shook one. 82,000. The Fear and Greed X hit a good spot. I'll continue to snatch Bitcoin up. When everyone else is in fear, I will buy. Period. I will buy the red. I will buy the blood. There's nothing else I could do but buy blood. Like, I don't have another strategy any better than that. That's the only thing that made me where I'm at today. I bought the blood when everyone else didn't. And I did it many, many times in a course of years and years and years and years and years. So I see this headed all the way back up somewhere to 82,900 for Bitcoin. We might get a beautiful reversal tonight and wake up tomorrow ready to rock and roll, baby. So, amen. So tonight I would stay off of certain altcoins, wait for Bitcoin to bounce and recover. Altcoins will bounce with Bitcoin, but they're just higher risk for stop losses and getting played. They're lower volume with lower liquidity at the present moment in time. A lot of liquidations, so just be careful. The odds are against you, even if you don't realize it. But you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. You're going to do whatever you want anyway, so regardless of what I say. But cup and handle for the win there for Bitcoin. It looks like there could be a secondary handle that could send you further to the upside. Remember, now you can watch your 3-minute and see if the 3-minute crosses, and you can play the same strategy there. Wait for it to get above the 21. Then you can trade the 5-minute. Wait for it to get above the 21. And then we're talking, can the 15-minute get back above its 2 RMA and change the sauce here? Nice 3 white soldiers on the 15-minute for a reversal back to the upside here after that nice short to the downside. Yeah. We go to 72. Stick a fork in the bull. The bull, yeah, the daily still looks absolutely horrible for a move to the downside. All right. Canelo, can I treat one of the viewers to the 99? Blessings on blessings. If you want, you can share one of my stories with the lifer. I mean, this dude told me when he was 8 years old, he was, lived with his mom. She gave him no money. He needed money to buy like a toy or something. I should have listened, but something he wanted to get in his life, or I think it's just to go to like a trip or to do something. He needed $2.50. He went out and picked the weeds for his neighbor. As he did it, a car pinned him accidentally against the curb and shattered his leg. In Mexico, he's sitting there getting some treatment he can. They had to take skin grafts off his back and work. To this day, his leg is so scarred that even when he plays and does things, like the leg can easily get torn up a little bit. And I can only imagine the pain and how that is for years and years of living like that. But man, And that story alone just shook me to the core, man. Imagine, and to this day, what happened to him when he was 8, still he has to deal with to this day. You know what I mean? I mean, that hit me hard. That hit me hard. Yeah, so. Okay, who wants to become a lifer today? And this isn't for, someone is paying. A legend. And then I can't believe you're giving, man. Like, and you can pick the person, man. You pick the person, man. You read the comments. Is anyone you see that you like? Let me know, bro. And thank you so much. You didn't have to give, but you did. It's so crazy how giving. You gave me a cigar too, bro. This guy shows up, meets me today, then puts in after meeting me. After meeting me, man, this is what he says, you know. And then he sends me a text message, which I think is so flattering. But he says, thank you for lunch and thank you for doing what you do. Face to face, your energy is amplified. I started watching your streams because of that energy. I'm sure a lot of viewers tune in for that reason. Your work and your work ethic is commendable. You're helping a lot of people. I salute you. It was great meeting both of you and your sister. I apologize for sharing so much as I did. God bless. And I was like, man, no, you changed our lives forever, man. It was time for me to listen. I listened more during that meal than I had probably in my whole life, man. And it was a blessing to hear you. So. Yeah, lifers unite. Believe it into existence. God first. Amen. I just want to thank you for the lessons you gave in your 99. I've been in and out learning over the years. Your lessons are invaluable and are a blessing from God. Thank you, Daniel K. I love you. I would appreciate the time and knowledge I've gained in the last couple months. Sam's, you out of the daily and the 4 hour. You see we're probably still coming down. Yes, it does look like we're going lower on the 4 hour and the daily. I agree. Canelo, real dude. Seriously, God bless you, man. Amen, bro. Amen. One's attitude will define their altitude. 100%. Yeah. Hey, I've watched you for 3 years. 3 kids now and twins coming in July. Crypto Lifer has changed my life just from what I get from free from him. God bless you, man. Thank you. Hey, Lifer, do you think virtual USD is dying, not hold range? I mean, everything looks bad, brother. I can't tell you that. I pick Astral. Okay, so Astral. Let's see who Astral was there. I'm trying to find it. Daniel K. We got. Where is Astral? Astral, right here. It would be an honor. With the Grok symbol. Astral, email us at Crypto Lifers. Say Canelo threw me for the month, man. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that and being a part of something that was special. And hey, it was him. He wanted to give. Our channel is a place to give. He felt the need to give, and he did. So I'm inspired every single day. If I'm not winning because of that, I don't know what to say, right? So this looks like a flag for Bitcoin. Let's look at our bigger time frames, though. Like he said, it doesn't look great. I'd watch your 1 hour and just watch what it's doing here. Just going to delete that word because of the smaller time frame. But watch Bitcoin in this tight channel. Making this like what looks like a descending triangle. I don't know. It's got some good bullish divvy there. It did respond off some good bullish divergence. But again, that's only as good as like... So the first thing you had to do is get above 82.2. Then you got to get above 82.8. And then you got to get above 83.5. So you got some work ahead of you, Bitcoin bulls. And right now, that's kind of might end up making a descending triangle. And then dumping on us. So I'd watch that very, very closely. See if we can make an inverted head and shoulder and save the day. There's a chance you buy this and you buy the absolute bottom. It's an aggressive bottom now. But you are buying the oversold. I mean, you're buying the pain. So if anything, and if you get rewarded tomorrow morning, I tend not to trade Saturday night. It's too volatile for me. It's just too sketchy. I like to wait for Monday afternoons, Monday nights. That's where I go. And if we see something tomorrow, we see something. You know, I don't not trade for sure. I just generally stay away Monday's, Sunday into Monday. Possible inverted head and shoulder, possible bounce back to the upside, a little bit of bullish divvy there, strong enough to get a bounce. But again, you got a lot of resistance ahead of you to make it. And that wick, look at that nasty wick already. I mean, you wicked up and already just doesn't look amazing. 4-hour time frame looks more bearish too. Look at the stochastics. It says it's going to continue to dump. So I'd watch it to channel more sideways, but like slow red sideways, like bleed out. And then slowly make a move down. That's what I see happening here for BTC. And oversold in the stochastics too, still with room for downside. So, yeah. And a way I look at it too, which is, I almost see this as a shoulder, that is a head, and that is a right shoulder. That's my neckline. And that also says like more downside. So again, watch your small time frames. There's a chance they get above the 200 and they give you some trades. And this never happens. There's a chance. Chance the smaller time frame does bounce off that flag that we showed you there. That's why I watch the small time frames. That's why trading isn't easy. You got to look at both the big and the small time frames. That's not something you could do overnight. Your mind's not going to be able to do that quickly. You're going to have to this is a skill you're going to have to acquire over time. Being able to assess whether the 1 minute is strong enough to possibly move the needle and change the way the big time frames are looking. But it's one step at a time, one level at a time. You got to be able to identify your 1 minute local support or resistance as well as your daily. You have to see what coincides. You have to watch your moving averages. You have to bring it all together, one step, one plan at a time. The way this is looking, there's a chance that you're buying. Let's just take a look at it clean one more time. I bought Bitcoin right now. You saw, I don't know what's going to happen. I have the guts to open up my purse when the market is absolutely in disarray, though. Obvious good chance that this goes all the way lower. I suffer from these Bitcoin buys, but it's okay. At least I got more Bitcoin than the average guy. 20 years from now, I'll hand it to my kids. We'll go from there. We'll figure it out. Digital money on the blockchain, right? Digital property that less people can buy compared to, But just clean, yeah. That's saying we're going lower. It's saying we're headed lower, somewhere to $75,000. But can the small time frames change it up? See, look what they're doing. They're powering it to the upside. The 1 hour looks interesting. It's got some bullish divergence. There's a chance that we bottomed here. There's a chance. Anything is possible. When they bring you to the wit's end, they can flip it. It's up to you whether you can hang out or not. It's up to you whether you panic sell or not. It's up to you whether you can... Whatever I do wouldn't matter, right? If I do something, you'd copy me, and then if it was wrong, you'd blame me. So you got to make your own decisions no matter what I teach you or what you learn. It's up on you. It just is what it is. Shout out to my man. Thank you, Cyrus Grayson. Thank you so much for the super chat. May God bless you. And thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look again here. And thank you for the $9.99. You didn't have to do that, but you did. May God bless you, brother. Shout out to Canelo. May your life, may this go well for you. May that giving that you gave flow back to you in some big energetic way, man. And may that energy come back full circle, which I know it will. You know it will. Stay warm, Sammy. Ethereum, quick look. Please, thank you. You Sammy, keep growing. Peak at XRP. Yep, FARTCOIN. We appreciate you. Have a safe travel. God bless. ONDO, please. We looked at ONDO. Stay warm. Ethereum, please. Mike Robinson. Justin Palms. Nothing ORE to say. Love y'all. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum here. Okay, let's take a look at ETH. Obviously going to bounce. Look at that little flag I had there. Could you bounce out the flag? You got to bounce. And again, this is my strategy. It's the 1 minute. You got above it. You came back to the 21 above the 200 MA. Perfect entry. Gone, baby, gone. Now you're doing something similar and making a flag. You're seeing if Bitcoin could get the bounce and get the bigger move to the upside. And then we look at the bigger picture for Ethereum. Ethereum just doesn't look great. If this is not its bottom, if the market doesn't bottom here, the altcoin market, I don't know what to say. Like, even I'll just be like, well, what's the point here? Like, are you serious? Like, what are they doing? You know, like, what, like, isn't there a market to play? Don't you want to, like, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe not. But like, that falling wedge must bounce on Ethereum. Like, if you can't bounce on Ethereum there, I don't know what to tell you. Ethereum's been lackluster. I've never felt a good vibe from it for a while, and I'm happy I haven't because I've stayed away from it. You guys have watched me. I'm not accumulating it. I never tell you I love it. I'm not telling you ETH is the one. I'm always telling you that Bitcoin's the one, and ETH is getting trashed, and I've been spot on. Shout out to Nikki Lynn Shu. Lost my big sister 31 years ago today. Appreciate you, Sammy. Glad you enjoyed your sister's surprise. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Nikki Lynn Shu 3. Lost my big sister 31 years ago today. Appreciate you, Sammy. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. On 3/30. And today's 3/3. One of my special days, 3/3, right? 3/3. Today's 33. 3/30, baby. We got through the Ides of March. We went through so much. This month has been crazy, to say the least. So ETH got to bounce. I mean, previous support is resistance, falling wedge. Let's go, Ethereum. You got to put in the next 2 weeks, we got to be above 2081. Otherwise, I don't have a lot of faith that we're going to continue to pump here. Watch out for Bitcoin. It doesn't look amazing as well. Remember, don't forget this idea of a descending triangle. So if we break out, things change, then there's a chance to long. But if we just kind of mill out, then the short is likely coming. We're going to know that's going to take 10 to 12 hours if we do go sideways. So what I do tonight, honestly, from the scalps that I just saw, I'd lay low. I'd lay low for Bitcoin. I really would. I would lay low. If the shorts stay open because there's no reason to close them, stops to break even, and maybe some partials off the table to take some chunks off so you make sure that you're paid, and we go from there. Everyone, I'm going to jump on out of here for the night. May God bless each and every one of you. And I'll be back again for another beautiful, amazing live stream. And everyone says it's going to be, I don't know what's coming, 4-2 and all this stuff, but Eid Mubarak to all the beautiful people out there. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Sammy, I'm bullish on all coins in general, though. It just might be a minute. The whole thing does not need ETH performance long term. It will not matter to Bitcoin and other altcoin products. I agree. So you think Bitcoin will drop below 70K on the monthly close? I don't know. I don't think. One step at a time. Yeah. Stay safe out there, Sammy. Praying for you. God bless you, man. Praying for you, a safe return. Thank you. Thank you. If you don't crow, you don't know. Amen. Shout out to Fit in Crypto. We love you, man. Thank you for your time, Sammy. Always a great stream. Shout out to Master Friend. God bless you, Master Friend. Thank you for kicking it with me. God is King. Amen. Love you guys. God bless. Thanks again. Always a vibe that comes from knowledge and experience and gratitude we can all share. And always, sir, have a great night. You know, you people are amazing. Thank you so much for each and every one of you. I strive to make it here every single day, no matter what. As you can see, I'm, traveling in my mom's house, going through the ups and downs of life, but I still maintain the stream. I still come through no matter what. And I hope that helps you stay consistent in your life too, because no matter what happens, we got to stay consistent. I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. The secret to success is getting started. You've got this. I believe in you. You can, you will, you are the best. Let's go. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow. I believe in you.